Continuing with Objective 8, we're going to demonstrate an understanding of the concepts and uses of measurement and similarity. So let's just start with number 27. Henry built a wooden storage shed in the shape of a rectangular prism for his tools. The figure below shows the dimensions of the storage shed. If Henry plans to paint the top, front, left, and right sides of his shed, which is the closest to the surface area that will be painted? So we're going to paint the top, front, right, and then if we could see through this, we're also going to paint the left. So I need to find those surface areas, the areas of each face, the front, the right, the left, and the top, and then add them up. And that will be the surface area that we would have painted if we were painting those surfaces. So it looks like I have my right side is a rectangle that is 5 by 6. And remember that the right side will equal the left side. So I have a right 5 by 6 and I have a left 5 by 6. So the area of a rectangle is length times width, so 5 times 6 is 30. So the right is 30 and the left is 30. So far I have 30 plus 30. Now the top, or if it's easier, the front. Since I'm writing here, I'll highlight what I'm looking at now. Is going to be a rectangle that is 5 foot 6 inches by 6 foot high, because if this is 6, then this one right here is 6 as well. So what I really have, this 5 foot 6 inches, that's 5.5 feet, not 5.6. Okay, it's not this. It's 5.5 feet, 5.5. So the area of this rectangle is going to be 5.5 times 6. And that's 33. So the area of the front face is 33. So that adds another 33 to our problem. And now I need the area of the top piece. If this part right here is 5, then this part up here is 5 as well. And if this part down here is 5.5, then this part up here is 5.5 as well. So the top piece is 5.5 times 5. And it gives me 27.5. So I add all this up. And I get 120.5. Which will give me A, 121 feet. Number 51. In the figures below, triangle HKM, that's this one HKM, is similar. This little thing right there means similar. Is similar to triangle RTV. And the area of triangle HKM, the small one here, is equal to 10 square units. So this small triangle here has an area equal to 10. It says, what is the area of triangle RTV? So we want to find the area of the big triangle. Now, areas of similar figures are not proportional. So I can't make a proportion of side to side and area to area to find the area of the big triangle. Remember, that's what our goal is, to find the area of the big triangle. So what I'm going to have to do, what I do know is that corresponding parts, if you recall from geometry, corresponding parts of congruent figures are congruent. So in other words, I know that the height of this triangle is 4. I don't know what the base is. I know what the base of this triangle is, but I don't know what the height is. But since I know the area of the small triangle, I know that area is equal to 1/2 times base times height. I can find what the base is because, see, I can plug in everything that I know. I know that the area of the small triangle is 10. I do not know what the base is, but the height is 4. And I can solve for B. 1/2 times 4, because see, all of these things here being multiplied. So 1/2 times 4 is 2. Solving for B, I divide by 2. And I get that the base is equal to 5. Since I now know what the base is, I can make a proportion. I can say height over base, 4 over 5 of the small triangle, is equal to the height over base of the big triangle. And I can cross multiply and divide. I get 5x is equal to 4 times 8.75. And I get 35. So 5x is equal to 35. Divide by 5. And I get that x is equal to 7. So that means my height up here is 7. And remember that area is equal to 1/2 times base times height. So 1/2 times the base is 8.75. Let me rewrite this where it's not all jumbled up. My area is equal to 1/2 times the base is 8.75 times the height, which is 7. Remember, when you're putting fractions in the calculator, you need to always use parentheses. We could have just used 0.5, but I wanted to take the opportunity to remind you of using parentheses in the calculator when you're using fractions. Times 8.75 times 7, and that gives me 30.625, which is choice A.